Hi everyone and welcome to this monthly Flying Stars update. My name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. So today we are going to look at the monthly Flying Stars for the month of the water snake, the Kui Si month. And this particular month starts on May 5th and goes all the way to June 4th. Yeah, so that's the Chinese month, not the Western month. May 5th to June 4th. Now, what you see here on your screen is the Flying Stars chart. And what we are going to focus on most are the numbers in the center. Yeah, these are the monthly energies. Now, if you have never done this before, if this is the first time that you see something like this, I know this can be a little bit distracting and confusing. So all you need to do is essentially stand in the center of your home, hold out a compass, and then you mark down where each direction is, yeah, so that you know the south sector is, let's say, in the bedroom, and the north sector is where the kitchen is, and so on. And then you can follow these instructions fairly easily, yeah. It's not rocket science, and you don't have to be super precise. If you want to have a complete comprehensive audit, then you call someone in like me. But for this particular purpose, you can just simply stand in the center of your home, hold out a compass, and see where all these energies are. Fairly straightforward. Now, in the Kui Si month, in the water snake month, we actually have four really, really positive sectors, and that would be the south, the southwest, the west, and the east sectors. They are quite good, all for a different purpose. So let's start with the south. So the south sector has the monthly number 6. And this is generally a very, very good energy to make use of if you want to open up new opportunities in your career, and let's say even advance in your career. So if you are looking for a promotion, if you are looking to get a raise, or if you're generally looking for a career change, you can do this in the south. So place yourself, locate yourself in the south, sit in the south when you type out those emails, or maybe you take a Zoom interview. Do it in the south sectors, because this is a great sector that just gives you more authority, a better reputation. And when you do an interview, a job interview with someone, and you do it in the south sector in the water snake month, you will come across as being more authoritative and as someone who really, really knows what they're talking about. So this is a really, really good sector to use. Generally speaking, if you're a manager and if you're still working from home, then also you can locate yourself in the south, and this would be beneficial to your work performance overall. Now, you can also use this sector for planning and strategizing and making a business plan, for example. And also, whenever it comes to maybe planning for a partnership or a merger, this is a great sector to do so. If you are already back at the office and maybe you're signing an agreement with someone, the south sector would be the best sector to do this from. Right, so overall a great sector. You can't really go wrong here, especially career-wise and also in financial matters. Fantastic sector, so highly recommend to spend more time here. Now, the next one we look at is the Southwest, where we have the monthly number 8, and the monthly, or the number 8 star in general, is considered a wealth star right now. We're still in period 8, although that is, the energy of that is slowly waning, but at the moment it's still okay. So the Southwest, if you locate yourself in the Southwest, basically what we call this is we are chasing the wealth stars. And because the 8 is a wealth star and you locate yourself there, you will see that you suddenly get more work, but obviously with that increased workload will also come money. But it's not the kind of money that falls from the sky. It's not the kind of money that that you win in a lottery. It's really money through hard work. Now, if you have a side gig, for example, or you work from home, or you're doing something on the side, or maybe a hobby that brings you a little bit of money, if you do it in the Southwest this month, this will get you extra money. It will bring in extra clients and you will be quite busy. Yeah, so don't laze around, because this is not a sector you want to be in if you plan on being lazy, but it will make you money. The next one we're looking at is the west sector here. So the west sector this particular month, especially because it combines with the annual star 8, is actually a great sector for self-cultivation. It's a great sector for meditation, or if you just if you have any other spiritual practice or any other spiritual ritual that you perform on a regular basis, then the west sector would be really, really great in doing this activity from. It gives you more clarity and it makes you quite calm. So the west overall, not a wealth sector necessarily, yeah. Although if you are in an academic profession, then this will also increase your standing. So either anything to do with meditation, spiritual pursuit, anything where you need quiet reflection, use the west sector. But let's say if you are in an academic research profession, then also you can use the west because it makes you think better. Yeah, it makes you think ahead, plan ahead, and it increases your ability to absorb new knowledge as well. So you can use this sector if you have to study for an exam, for example. Yeah. And then we've got the last one of the really, really good sectors this month, then that would be the east. Now, the East, generally speaking, this year is a little bit tricky because we have some fairly negative annual energies that are called the 3 killing energies here. But this particular month, the East is actually very, very good, especially for couples. So this is a great sector. If you are a couple and your master bedroom is located in the East, then you will have a pretty good month. It's very good for it's a very good sector to enhance a long-term relationship, to make a long-term relationship prosper. And maybe you're in a really relatively new relationship with someone, and if you're using this sector more, whether that be as a bedroom or maybe this is just your living room, but you spend more time here together, this will stabilize or elevate your relationship to a more stable relationship than it is. So it's really ideal for anybody who is looking for a more long-term, stable and committed relationship. Yeah, having the bedroom here is great. But again, if it doesn't have to be the bedroom, as long as you two together as a couple spend time here, hopefully it's not the bathroom. But maybe it's even in the kitchen, then you just cook together more. Yeah, spend some time here and have some fun in the kitchen together. If it's the living room, if it's the dining room, just spend more time together, maybe an hour or two per day. That would be great. This will greatly enhance your relationship and stabilize it. So those are the really, really good sectors in the month of May. Now let's have a look at the ones that are not so great and that we have to be a little bit careful of. So let's have a look here. The first one, let's look at the Northeast. Now the Northeast with the monthly number 5 is probably the most problematic area. The number 5 is also called the 5 yellow star. And this is the one that we don't want to really tap into because it can bring all sorts of issues related to health. But in this particular location and in the combination with the annual star 9, it's definitely not good for career and finance. Yeah. So don't do anything career related in this sector. Don't do any financial planning in this sector because you may actually lose money. Even though everything looks great on paper, don't sign anything in this sector. So try not to spend more than an hour or two here if you absolutely have to, but please don't do any financial planning from the Northeast this month. Now, the next sector we want to be careful with is the North, which has the monthly number 7, sorry. Now, the monthly number 7, especially when it's combined with the annual number 2, it creates a Gultu fire combo, and therefore we have to be very careful with fire hazards. So if your kitchen is located here and you happen to have a gas stove, Be very, very careful. Make sure that the stove is always turned off because there is a higher chance of a fire hazard. So be very careful. Also, please, ideally no candles in the north during this entire month of May. Even if you like candles and it looks safe and you've never had a problem, but there's just a higher risk in the month of May. So just between May 5th and June 4th, don't put any candles there if you can. Then the next one, we've got the Northwest. So here we've got the monthly number 3. And we also call this the argument star, for example. There's an increase of a higher risk of miscommunication, uncertainty, and disputes in general, just unpleasant sort of arguments. Yeah. Now, if you're a couple and you have your master bedroom there, it could mean that you argue more during this particular month. Just don't get into arguments if you can, right? Especially not over things that are not important in the long run. Yeah, so try to avoid this. I know you can't shift your bedroom every month just based on the monthly stars, but awareness is everything when it comes to feng shui. If you know that if you have an increased risk of getting into stupid misunderstandings and arguments during a particular month, then before you actually start accusing someone of something or before you start an argument, think whether it's actually worth it. If not, then just let it go. Yeah, it may not be worth arguing over who has to take out the trash this month. Yeah, because this could escalate to something quite unpleasant. Also, if you sleep here and you are in a job that is hazardous or has a bit of a risk attached to it, you got to be a bit careful so you don't happen to get into some sort of situation that gives you an injury from a sharp object. Yeah, so be careful with that. And then finally, we've got the Southeast. Now, normally the number 1 is a positive star. But in the Southeast, together here with the number 5 annual star, this is not great. So this combination is something we don't really want to see. It can bring a great deal of misunderstandings, and it can also bring health problems related to the bladder and the reproductive organs. Now, if you are completely healthy and you have absolutely no health issues, nothing wrong with you, and this happens to be your bedroom, I would say don't worry. But if you are already suffering from chronic health issues, then it would be worth thinking about maybe sleeping somewhere else in this particular month. And also you should refrain from signing any legal documents in this particular area of your home or office during the water snake month. So these are the sectors, the flying stars for the month of May, the water snake month. And as always, the center, yeah, so the middle palace, as we call it, we don't really consider because this is the heart of the unit, the heart of the apartment or the property. We don't really look at this extensively because the heart needs to remain quiet. So we usually only look at all the other palaces. Now, the positive sectors, yes, you can enhance them with water if you want, but definitely not the East. Yeah, got to be very careful with that. The East has the 3 killings energy this year, so you don't want to activate this. And the positive sectors are always much, much more powerful if you locate yourself in those sectors and perform activities in those sectors that are related to the energies that are present. Just putting a water feature there and hoping for the best, not really great. Yeah, hope is not a strategy. The strategy is to check where the positive energies are, and then you yourself go locate yourself in those areas to perform the activities that this energy is related to. Yeah, so I hope this helped plan your month of the water snake. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. My contact details are in the notes below.